this just happened, and I have to tell you guys, it was so beautiful. I get this a lot when I'm driving. A lot of times guides or friends will appear in my passenger seat when they have a message. I was talking to one of my closest friends, and all of a sudden, Billie Holiday was there, looking amazing. She was wearing a white, almost like toga goddess gown with those hibiscus-looking flowers in her hair. Hi Marisol. I don't know what kind of flowers they are, but they look like mini hibiscus flowers, and they're white. And, you know, she looked like she should be on stage with a spotlight on her on a dark stage in a huge hall. You know, she always shows up like that. But this is what happened. My very dear friend had a career-changing phone call that was supposed to happen this Friday. That word supposed is really important here because this is like her whole theme. At least it has been with me. So he called me, and, you know, he was trying to stay positive about the fact that this scheduled important phone call happening this Friday had been indefinitely rescheduled, and he was not feeling great. And I went straight into, I love you, you're amazing, we don't know, you know, whatever. Anyway, Billie Holiday was like, okay, that's great, I'm gonna take over from here. Because she has made it known to me, I have another video about this, but she said this before, she is the queen of the should committee. I thought I turned off that, sorry, anyway. Okay, I'm still on. Okay, she is like, she hates it when she hears anyone comparing shoulds with each other or sharing shoulds with each other. It's almost like shoulds, you know, are to her, because she's like, she's in the past, she's been like, forget the shoulds, drop it from your vocabulary. You are using that word to bludgeon yourself, and it's not necessary. And then it actually gets worse, especially amongst women, where it'll actually turn into an out shoulding you party. And she's like, stop it, drop it. No more of this woman-on-woman crime. But in this case, I was talking to my male friend, and she said, I am the queen of the should committee. And in this case, I am letting you know, she was talking to the both of us, that my umbrella of should also includes suppose. So she was saying, and actually his guides came in at this moment and said one line before Billie continued. In this moment, my friend's guides all said to me at the same time, this is a comma, not a period. Now, if that sounds symbolic to you, because I think I sound symbolic a lot without realizing it, his guides were saying, this is just an unexpected moment in something that was supposed to be scheduled and supposed to be planned. But it is not a dead stop. It's just an unexpected turn. And basically, Billie took over again and was like, do you hear that? Do you understand that out of nearly everything in your collective, especially amongst adults, the unknown is a space where you operate without grace. You do not do well. And we were driving, so she said, you do not do well with potholes of the unknown. When you have to realize you've got it all wrong. Susan. And I was like, oh crap. Because whenever that happens, I know this is like specifically about me and it's going to be informative. Anyway, she said, Susan, do you realize, which I didn't, I just learned this. She was like, do you realize every time that you become extremely stressed to the point where you actually viscerally feel a ticking clock, like I'm not getting enough done, I'm not helping enough, I'm not getting out there enough, should I, like, once a week, there'll be a time at some point where I'm like, I love painting my nails. And I'll be like, I'd like to kind of paint my nails, like, because it make them look like 10 pieces of little jewelry. And then I'll be like, no, I should go meditate more. And she's like, chill. For any of you who feels that ticking clock, and she is borrowing Wayne Dyer and his favorite thing to say to me, which is, you cannot be outside of divine timing. It is not possible. We are all God, so don't worry. There's never a need for you. Oh, yes. Actually, Historic Phoenix, I love your name. The book I'm trying to get published has Phoenix in the title. That's really cool. But she actually, for the word supposed, did air quotes. And I was like, okay, that's kind of funny. I thought so too. But okay, so back to what she's saying. She's like, all of you are fine. And she said, you just leave no room. Maybe you should go study it. The music of the big bands, the age of jazz. Y'all leave no room for improvisation. You don't understand. You're doing something right if you have a question mark on the horizon. If you're looking around at your life and there is nothing still, there's nothing still left to chance or fate or the universe or God, what have you. That is not ideal living. And then she did the best thing ever for me, because for some reason, if you can encapsulate an entire chapter of thought or philosophy in one symbolic image, for me, it makes everything make sense. It makes everything seem so uncomplicated. And so that's exactly what she did. She just nailed me with this one image that made complete sense to me. She said this, and then in my mind, I saw the front yard of my passed away, but we still talk all the time, grandma's house. I used to play t-ball, which is like a big stick, and then you put like a ball on it. It's for like little kids who can't, get the ball with the bat, so they have to put it on a stand. But what I'm saying is, it was a toy set. It was all plastic, so that if your child had a set like this and they hit the ball wouldn't go like a huge distance, because the ball, and my friend told me what it was. I was describing the image to him. He's used to this right now. And then he actually told me the word for it. I said, oh my God, I get it. I understand everything that she's trying to tell to us. She just gave me the image of that, but a Polaroid highlighting the ball, which is plastic and is light as air and literally is covered in these holes. And Brent said, my friend said, a wiffle ball. I said, and then, Billie Holiday is like, yes. And I said, yes, a wiffle ball. A wiffle ball. She said, your comma, and this again was to my friend, your comma is you divinely navigating life. This is something unexpected. You are not certain of the outcome. And that means you have left room, and there is room. Almost like how that air can circulate through that ball. Like, of course, we can hit that ball with a bat and it will travel. But leaving room for questions is divinely ideal because it is what allows that circulation of God or your guides or your higher self. That is what leaves room for what we call inspiration, intuition, synchronicity. And I'm telling you, that is the perfect image because I almost had a second near-death experience in 2020. I don't talk about it a lot. But God gave me, honestly, the opposite image because I was so afraid of dying again that I effectively really made it hard for my guides and God to help me. And the image he gave me, which is the opposite of this wiffle ball, he gave an image of me in a car crash where it was so tightly wrapped around me. They had to use the jaws of life to get to, peel off the car from me. So to get to me. And it's the same but reverse principle. As adults, we're so uncomfortable with any question marks. We're so uncomfortable with the unknown. And Billie Holiday's message to all of us is a question mark is the sign of the ideal divine presence. If you know everything and you've got everything figured out, that is essentially, without words, I suppose, saying to the universe, I've got this, back up. When in truth, maybe you do got a lot of it, but I'm telling you, there's no one better to manage your affairs than God, right? Even if you got most of it. Trust and leave a little bit of question, wiggle room to better or best leave room for the presence of the divine to come in and inspire and guide you to the heights you never even considered possible for yourself. And I'm going to end it there. But it was so beautiful, and it contrasted but complemented this image that God had given me about the quote opposite. Duality here is what we're working with, which is not real, but here it is, and that's kind of how we learn. So I wanted to give that to you, and just to comfort anyone who's sitting there, especially as an adult or like me, as a single mom, who is afraid because there are balls in the air and we don't know. That's where grace comes in. Thank that unknown in trust, capital T trust. Like, thank you, God. I understand. I don't know the outcome there or with this situation, but thank you because I know you've got it. And you are way better at me than doing anything. So that's it. I'm going to get off. Love that message. The wiffle ball versus the jaws of life cutting me out of a car. It's just so perfect. And please share this with your friends. It might really help them. It really calmed me down. I was getting like sympathetic stress. I love you all. Any comments, questions, please leave them in the comments. I'll be there. I'll be like Netflixing and like commenting. I love you guys, and I don't know how to end this, but I'm gonna try. Cancel. No. I don't know how to end this, so I apologize. But I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Thank you. I love you too. Okay. Oh, yep. Stop streaming.